Hey everybody, welcome to another Illustrator CS6 video, and today we're going to learn how to work with Opentype fonts. And an Opentype font is just a different type of actual font that you might even not notice, but it has some different properties that are able to be changed in them. So let's go ahead and figure out what's going on by jumping into Illustrator here. And all I did was just took a piece of text out from the internet so I could use it to show you guys what's going on. And first thing I want to show you is, let's go to type and then let's go to font. And if you look at our fonts here, the one I have is Myriad Pro. So I'm just going to click down here for a little while until I get to it. Come on, you can do it. This way of getting to text or to different fonts on here is just dumb. All right, here we go. So here's Myriad Pro. And if you look to the left, you've got this little O right here. That's going to tell you that this is an Opentype font. If you look at these ones here that have the T's, that's a TrueType font. So if you want to work along with this, make sure that you have an Opentype font. And usually with the Opentype fonts, you're going to be able to have all these different kind of styles here with it. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to stick with Myriad Pro. And let's start. So we want to get to the Opentype panel so we can start working with our Opentype fonts. So we're going to go to Window, Type, and we're going to go to Opentype. And here we go. We've got figure, position, and then we've got a bunch of other attributes that we can work with here. So figure is just going to select the figure's style. Let me make sure I have stuff selected. And it looks like the figure style isn't really doing too much here. I usually always keep these two on the default. We've got our position. We've got superscript and subscript, numerator, and you can see that these do a couple different things. You can see numerator puts some of the punctuation in the middle, denominator doesn't, or puts down there. But I always just usually stick with default position because that's what you see most of the time. And down here we've got our attributes. The first one is standard ligatures. And if you're not sure what ligatures are, it's pretty much written right here. Because say you've got something like the letter F and F twice, like in the word waffle. Well, with the two F's, they have that little thing in the middle of the letter that goes crossways, like a plus sign in the middle of the letter to signify the F. Well, when those two come together in text, sometimes they touch. And that's called a ligature. So maybe if I type, let me see if I type in waffle here. You can see it right there. The F and F are next to each other and they are actually touching. And sometimes you don't want that. So you can hit this and you can see how they aren't touching anymore every time I hit this. So that's handy. That's something that you might want to use. It depends on how you want your stuff to look like. And then you got some other things. You got contextual alternatives, which formats script text. And then you've got discretionary ligatures, which is next. And sometimes with different texts, some words will stick together, like F and T or S and T. We've got swash, which are the exaggerated parts of the characters, like these edges that come off the A and stuff. We've got stylistic alternatives, and if I click on that, let me get some of this. Let's see if this has a stylistic alternative. No, this one does not. So usually if you click on that, then it's going to create an aesthetic effect. But it's not doing it on this one. And then we've got the next one here is tilting alternatives, and that formats stuff like titles. That helps you with that. The next one is ordinals, and it formats numbers with superscript or subscript characters. And fractions separate the numbers by a slash. So that's pretty nice. But that's pretty much all there is to working with Opentype fonts. And I would suggest that you might want to go in with some different characters or different fonts and test out these different attributes and see what they do. So you can see that some of these aren't open, and it would take a long time to just go through and find out which ones work with what to show you everything else, but it's more helpful sometimes to show you where everything is and then let you mess around with it. You'll catch it more with it in your brain when you're actually doing it. So thanks a lot for watching the tutorial. Give it a thumbs up if you learned something new or thought it was a good tutorial, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Have a good day.